Welcome back, Bookworm here. This is Kimberly daughter. I'm really sorry. Trying to go take a nap. She didn't sleep well last night. She's got teeth coming in, so actually, hold on a second. I'm gonna quickly go turn down the baby monitor, so I'll be right back. Alright, sorry about that, guys. I just had to turn down the baby monitor so that maybe you guys couldn't hear her scream, so she wasn't loud. But so I usually don't upload on Thursdays, but I'm thinking I kind of want to do like book club Tuesday and Thursdays, where I take like a small amount of time, however long it takes, to read a chapter of a book and read it with you guys, and then like after maybe like on Tuesdays, maybe like one Tuesday, like do one Tuesday and Thursday, you know, read a chapter, and then, you know, maybe like say we read a chapter on Tuesday, maybe we can like discuss the chapter on Thursday if we remember what we read. Usually I'm pretty good about that, but, or, you know, like read a chapter and then we can kind of like, I can kind of like, you know, we can discuss it, or, you know, like you can comment down below in the video if you have any questions and I'll answer back to them. So mainly because I've got a couple viewers that don't actually subscribe to my channel because they don't have a YouTube account, because they don't have a valid email at the moment, that have said they'd really like this idea. So I'm like, alright, we're gonna give it a try and we'll see how many hits get, or how well it does. So just let me make sure that I don't have like any other books that I can think of, or we do this one. Hold on, I'm just trying to get all the books that we could possibly like read together. So I'm just trying to grab a stack of books. So I'm gonna let you guys choose, because I want it to be a book that I haven't read that's on my TBR. Okay, so I've got a few I've got like quite a few books here, and I'm gonna let you guys choose, because these are all books that like I have on my TBR that I want to read. So we can either read, your first option is Before the Rain by Diana Jeffries. Now I want to say four out of these are from my recent book haul, so you guys will recognize them if you guys have seen that. But like I said, the first option is Before the Rain by Diana Jeffries. 1930, Rajput, India. Since her husband's death, 28-year-old photojournalist Eliza's only companion has been her camera. When the British government sent her to an Indian princely state to photograph the royal family, she's determined to make a name for herself. But when Eliza arrives at the palace, she meets Jay, the prince's handsome, brooding brother. While Eliza awakens Jay to the poverty of his people, he awakens her to the injustice of British rule. Soon Jay and Eliza find they have more in common than they think, but their families and society think otherwise. Eventually they will have to make a choice between doing what's expected or following their heart. She's also written a couple other books, but unfortunately this is the only book I have, so this is option number 1. Like I said, all these are kind of on my TBR. I know some of them have been on my TBR for a while now. I think there's a couple of them. I think there's one on here there's 2 on here that have been on a couple, like, have been in like one of my TBR videos, and I never got to it. Next we have Ida B by Catherine Hannigan. Now I read this when I was little, like in like middle school. I don't remember if I actually finished it, or if like, I know it was before I had like my Goodreads, and like before, you know, I started doing BookTube. But this is what I have for lunch every single day: peanut butter on one slice of bread, milk, and an apple. Preferably a Macintosh, because they're tangy with thin skin, which Daddy says resembles me at times. Don't you want to try something different, Ida B? Daddy will say. Well, by lunchtime I'm wide awake, and I've already been busy doing my chores and learning and having some fun. I've got a list of things that I can't wait to do in the afternoon. Ooh, my head is filled to the rim with interesting ideas and plans, and that's exactly how I want it to stay. There are too many things to think about in this world besides what I'm going to have for lunch. Daddy, I say. Daddy, I say. And he looks at me like I'm a true mystery. So this is like, oh, and down here it says, and her plans to Maximus fun, avoid disaster, and possibly save the world. So like I said, I read this in like middle school, but I don't remember it very much, because I think I read it for like a book report, and I don't even think I have the book report for it anymore. So that is option number 2. I'm just gonna put these back, as I wrote them for you guys. Okay. Next we have Vintage by Susan Gloss. Now, I know, I tried recording a while back. I came up with the idea, I saw the idea of try a chapter. And so I tried a chapter of Vintage, and I ended up not uploading the video because it didn't turn out very well. But this is definitely if you guys don't, okay, this is one that if you guys don't choose, I'm not going to be highly upset. But pretty much it's about a girl who lives in a small town and has the dream of having a vintage fashion shop. And then there's, so her name's Violet, and then there's an 18-year-old girl named April Morgan who is 5 months pregnant nearly 5 months along in an unplanned pregnancy when she returns a dress, and because she's betrayed by her husband. And then there's another one who's betrayed by her husband, begins selling off her vibrant Indian silk dresses after decades of housekeeping and parenting a daughter who rejects her traditional ways. She fears her best days are behind her. So it's kind of like a mixture of 3 different perspectives. By the way, guys, if I look like crap, I don't really want to use that word. I can't think of a word. If I look like a walking zombie, it's because I really feel like that right now, because I've been working. One reason, I'm gonna put this out there because you kind of know what that's about. One reason why I have not been uploading as much as I'd like to, and that's kind of why I'm wanting to do this this book club Tuesday and Thursday, and that way I can't forget. I can just upload every day except for Saturday and Sunday. Is because I actually got a job working at an Arby's, not too far from me. So, and I've been working night shifts, so I've been closing a lot. Next we have Saving Juliet. If you guys watched my recent book haul, you guys will know that this was in it, and I kind of gave a little synopsis on it. So pretty much it's about this 17-year-old girl named Mimi Wallingford of Broadway. Wallingford's she plays the role of Juliet in a play that her family puts on, and then her and the guy that plays the Romeo in the play somehow get transported back in time to Juliet and Romeo's, and they have to try and save Juliet. So yeah, there's that one. So yeah, this is Saving Juliet by Susan Selforce. We'll go through here. Sorry guys, I'm trying to put things back. Next, so if you guys watch this is the last book in my previous book haul that you guys will know. Kind of have a thing on what it's about, or if you've read it, it's perfectly fine. But I actually didn't buy this book. I found it in my room, and it's one of my husband's, but it's mine is his, and what's his is mine, so it's ours. And that is The Giver by Lois Lowry. Now I know a lot of people have read this book, but I know there's quite a few people out there that actually haven't. So if you want this one, let me know. I'll go here, right? And then okay. And last but certainly not least, and as I get more books, we finish book, you guys can comment down below we finish book, what you want to read next. Last but certainly not least that we could actually do for a book club is Gemini. Now, for you guys know, Vintage and Gemini were actually on, I want to say, I don't remember what TBR they were on. I know they were on a TBR, and I know I didn't get to them because I had so many other... Okay guys, like I said, I've been working night shifts and closing, and close at 11, so sometimes it's 12:30, 1 o'clock before I actually get home or off. But next we have Gemini. This is pretty much about a set of twins who have to try and decide whether they're forced to ask, is it possible to pursue their dreams together, or should they consider the risky, life-threatening surgery to separate them? And what does it really mean for each sister to be herself? So it's a story about conjoined twins. So I really want to read this book. I think this is by Sonia Mukherjee. So that's another option. But definitely comment down below. Because I know, like I said, I know a lot of people like this idea. And they kind of like talk to me. Like, and they don't, since they don't have a, like, that email and don't have a YouTube account, they, you know, talk to me in other ways. And they're like, hey, you should do this. This is my video. And they'll, you know, like, message me on, like, on social media, or because I have their phone numbers, and they'll message me that. They'll text me and be like, hey, you should, you know, commenting on the video, about the videos. But like I said, comment down below which book you would like me to, like, have as our first, like, book club video. So today's Thursday, so we'll probably start it on Tuesday. I know tomorrow, I think, I don't know when I'm uploading tomorrow. I don't know, I'd have to look. Probably January's TBR, because, you know, it's the beginning of January. By the way, for all of you readers out there, Happy New Year! It is officially 2020, and oh my gosh, like, I can't believe it's actually 2020. Anyway, also, if you haven't already, if you're new, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and give this video a big thumbs up if you like this idea, and like I said, comment down below which book you would want to read. Also, don't forget to hit that notification bell so you can be notified whenever I upload a new video. I can't wait to hear back from you guys, because I think, like, a lot of people are going to really enjoy this, because I know there's a lot of, like, busy people out there, you know, they don't have time to sit down and read a book, you know, so they could, you know, sit down and listen to, like, me just read. And I mean, this may turn out to be, like, a totally terrible idea, and if it doesn't, like, if it doesn't get, like, very good, like, feed, or if people are like, oh, that's a stupid idea, then I probably won't continue. But I definitely want to try and give it a try. So yeah, so like I said, we're gonna make Minerva Beloved schedule is Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So we're gonna make Tuesdays and Thursdays book club days. So pretty much, you know, we're just gonna read a little bit, like, a section out, you know, like a chapter, or, you know, like, maybe like a couple pages, depending on how long the chapter is. Oh, sorry guys. See how that goes. But I think that's it for kind of like this, like, book club intro. It's kind of what I wanted to, like, kind of explain, like, what I was going to do, give you a few options of books that you guys can choose from that are on my TBR that, you know, I want to read, that we can definitely try and read. Oh, I guess we could put this one on too. So actually, we're gonna add one more. So we're gonna add Lessons in Heartbreak by Kathy Kelly. This was another one in my most recent book haul, in my December and November book haul. So I kind of, like, explain. I kind of read, like, the synopsis on the back here. I believe in that video. So if you haven't checked out the video, go check it out. I think the rest that are on my TBR are ones that are part of a series, or that I'm already currently reading, and I don't really want to start over. I'm just quickly looking. Well, I guess we could read this one too. So you have A Northern Light as well, by Jennifer Donnelly. I don't know how many of you'd like that one, because it's kind of like a retelling. It's kind of like a retelling of a historical event about a murder. I think that's it. Because, like, I don't want to start a series. I kind of just want to see books. I mean, I guess, alright, we can do this one too. So we've also got Holly's Story, Angels in Pink by Lauren McDonald. Oh, I didn't realize Lauren was Guy. You can see a picture on the back. That's another option. So let's just kind of read the synopsis here. It says, Pink Angels and best friends Holly, Raina, and Catherine have been through a lot over the past year. The summer before their senior year promises to be busy but fun as Holly and Raina return to their full-time volunteer jobs at the hospital, and Catherine, who needs the money, works at the hospital gift shop. Of course, Raina and Catherine will be spending as much time as possible with their boyfriends, Hunter and Carson. Holly is happy for her friends, but she can't help feeling a little left out when she's around the two couples. She did finally have a boy interested in her, but the emails from her secret admirer, Shy Boy, have recently stopped coming. What did she do wrong? Will she ever meet her mystery guy in person? Then Holly's world is forever changed when tragedy strikes close to home. She, Raina, and Catherine will need each other now more than ever. So, about this is definitely like one of the shorter, like probably one of the shorter ones of the series. I think that actually I want to say this is part of the series because you've got Holly, Catherine, and Raina's story, so it's probably a trilogy. And we've definitely started, and I don't know if I'll ever get the series, so maybe we shouldn't. But there's not. I think that's everything. Whoops. Actually, I'm trying to remember if this is part of the series. I'm gonna say I'm not gonna pull it out just because I think it might be part of the series. So, but I think that's gonna be all the book options. And so yeah, like I said, comment down below which one you would be interested in, like which one you want to have as our first book for book club, and I will take the one with the most votes. If someone has commented, I will make it this easier. If someone has commented the book that you want to read, give that comment a big thumbs up, and I will go with, or give that comment a thumbs up, and I will go with the comment that has the most thumbs up. If I don't have any comments on this by Tuesday, which I'm hoping that I'll at least have like maybe a couple, so order it down, then I might just kind of like send out a reminder video, you know, kind of like, hey, go check out the intro book club, you know, kind of like, or, you know, like, if I haven't seen my Tuesday, wait until Wednesday and I'll just pop in like a small announcement, like, hey, go check out, you know, my intro to my book club series, and we'll go from there. Anyway, I'm gonna go, and so until next time, readers, read on, readers.